The Greek government is readying a list of reforms which the European Central Bank, International Monetary Fund, and European Commission will weigh and decide whether they're enough to release 7.2 billion euros in financial aid to the country. I'm joined by Douglas Weber, professor at INSEAD Business School in Paris. Douglas, on Friday we got the news of the extension agreement. What happens next as Greece readies these reforms?
Well, the agreement on Friday was basically a temporary truce. And the truce was that until today, the Greek government should send to the other Eurogroup member states a list of the concrete measures it would undertake to fulfill the agreements already reached before the elections in Greece by the old government with the other Eurogroup member states. And it's only after they had a look at the sort of the detail of these proposals from the Greek government that the other Eurogroup member states will actually approve the additional, I think, 7 billion euros financial aid to Greece.
So how likely is it that this agreement will solve the problems concerning Greece and the Eurozone?
Well, this is no more than a kind of stopgap measure. What we're talking about here is the amount of money that Greece needs, basically, the Greek government, to pay its bills between now and the end of May. And by the beginning of June, a third installment or a third bailout package ought to have been negotiated between Greece and its creditors. So today's meeting in Brussels is simply one step in a longer process, and much the same kind of negotiation is going to continue between Greece and its creditor states over the next 4 months or so, with a somewhat, at the present time at least, unforeseeable outcome.
Yes, a bailout appears more and more urgent as there are growing signs that Athens is running out of cash. So what occurs if this agreement does not go through?
If no agreement is reached, then there's likely to be a run on the banks in Greece, and either the Greek government will have to impose capital controls in Greece, or even perhaps at the same time the exit of Greece from the Eurozone becomes increasingly likely and inevitable. And of course, the economic consequences of that for Greece would be very grave indeed. And the current problems which the Greek economy faces would be of a much greater magnitude.
Well, it appears regardless there will be a long road ahead. Thank you so much, Douglas Weber, professor at INSEAD Business School. And I'm Brittany Umar for The Street.